Hello, my name is Clint Macro, USCCA Certified Training Counselor and Instructor, and the founder of the Trigger Pressers Union. Today is Tactical Tuesday, and we're going to talk about some cool drills to do out on the range. However, I am a victim of a polar vortex right now, and it's really nasty cold outside. So I've transitioned into the classroom area, and we're going to be doing some simulated fire using CERT pistols and the LASR software. Part of having a well-rounded training diet is utilizing different technology that we have available to us, different technology and information. Doing live fire every day would be wonderful, but most people can't afford that. And so we invest in some equipment that will allow us to train every day, even though we're not at the range. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is a drill that I like to use, and if you're a USCCA certified instructor, you could certainly do this drill while you're doing the virtual range exercise of your class. As defensive firearms instructors, we need to try and simulate as much as possible the conditions one would be in under the stress of an attack. When people have their wits about them, they can use their entire brain. They can take advantage of that cognitive reasoning portion of their brain. They can drive the gun out, they can see where they need to make adjustments, and very quickly, especially a skilled shooter, can make those fine adjustments to be able to get the shots where they need to be. But if we deprive the brain of that sensory input, sight specifically in this case, they're going to push that gun out exactly how they would naturally, and this simulates what might happen under the stress of an attack. The brain reverts back to that mammalian brain. We're threat focused on the target, and we're not able to make those fine-tune adjustments. Now, what this drill does is, because we're using simulated training devices, we're able to do something that we might not necessarily be able to do with a live firearm. Now, I do not recommend doing this live fire, but we can certainly do this with the laser trainers. How this works is we're going to have people get into their ready position, their high compressed ready position. And they're going to look at the target, square themselves off, and drive the firearm into their line of sight. And they're going to just kind of check, make sure everything is right. Then we're going to have them close their eyes, they're going to press the gun out, and they're going to press trigger. And the LASR software is going to record the hit so we can see exactly where they're naturally indexing that firearm. So we're going to use a CERT pistol today. I've got the CERT Pro, which is basically a Glock. It's very Glock-esque. And I also have the CERT 107, which is modeled after the Smith & Wesson M&P. So we're going to square up to the target. We're going to check our natural point of aim, and we're going to drive that gun into our line of sight. Okay, good, everything looks fine. And then we're going to go back to our high retention position. We're going to close our eyes, and we're going to drive the gun out slowly, get the full extension, and press the trigger. And when we do, the LASR software is going to record the hit, and we're going to see how we naturally align that particular firearm. After we're done using the CERT pistols, we can then transition to a real firearm. Of course, we're going to clear it out. We're going to make sure that there's no ammunition present in the room. We're going to treat it like dry fire practice. But we're going to insert a laser cartridge into the firearm, and then we're going to see how people naturally index their personal firearm. And this will give us an opportunity to see how they're going to do with their gun. As you can see, the Smith & Wesson M&P just doesn't fit me. I want it to, it's a great firearm, but it just doesn't fit my hand. When I index the firearm from my center of mass, push it out towards the target, it just points down. Nice. Press the gun out. One more time. The Glock just fits me better. Take advantage of the technology that's available to us today. The CERT pistol, the LASR software, laser trainer rounds. They're fantastic devices, and they afford us the ability to be able to train every single day. If you don't have the laser products, certainly dry fire is a very good way to go as well, and I recommend doing that. If we are carrying a firearm to defend our families, and we have taken on the responsibility of becoming our family's first responders, we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to our family to train every single day. So take a class, get some lead down range, live fire, work with a certified instructor, with a professional defensive trainer, and use CERT pistols, laser trainer rounds, do dry fire, read a book, watch a video, but train every single day. My name is Clint Macro. We'll see you next time here at the Trigger Pressers Union.
Cut!